The men and women DPW have been up all night, but they're making progress, and we have more work to do.
There is hope tonight for Hoosiers still buried in the snow. Crews are slowly but surely cleaning neighborhood streets. DPW drivers will be out again all night. The department says crews, including contractors, are on a 24-hour deadline to clear the roads.
They've been pretty busy, right? We're already seeing big improvements in the flow of traffic. Our current map showing mostly green, which is good news. Travel still difficult, though, in some areas, and advisories remain in place for all but one Indiana county. Officials hoping to avoid more crashes. In 34 hours, state police responded to 117 crashes in the Indianapolis area alone and 382 statewide. Well, today's sunshine helped clear some roads. This is a live look now at the evening commute on I-70 near downtown. But we know some areas still need to be plowed.
So we have team coverage for you. We begin with News 8's David Williams with how the main roads are looking tonight. David.
Good evening to both of you. We are on Illinois Street. To my left, you can see the sidewalk still has snow, and you can see how deep it is right here. And over here, this is Illinois Street. And you see right there, that's what we're talking about. There is still some slush and snow covering some main roads. And if you look closely, you could see some pavement, and some of the roads in town are getting better. But all day, I have seen drivers around town slip, slide, and carefully make their way through city streets. Indiana's digging out of the first big snow of 2021.
From what I've seen, the main roads are clear.
Drivers in Indianapolis had to deal with snow-covered, slushy, and slippery streets Tuesday.
The streets are just horrible. Like, I'm trying to get out and I'm putting my car in reverse and I'm putting it in drive, and then I'm scared because it's like people coming down the street, so you just don't know.
It was slow going for Jason Wenicky.
I got stuck, and I had to have 4 or 5 people help me just to either reverse, to pull the car back or forward. Ridiculous.
Gayle Gray chose not to drive to work today.
My car is at home, and my supervisor picked me up so we could do this work out here. I would never try to drive on that.
On Indy's north side along 86th Street, drivers took it easy as the snow melted. On 38th Street, I saw careful drivers, and Fall Creek Parkway was just one of many roads where you can see pavement. Tuesday, we saw Indianapolis Department of Public Works crews hard at work to remove large piles of snow. As crews clear city streets, Jackie Davis and her son shoveled the sidewalk with a smile.
We are going to spend the afternoon digging out now and having fun while doing this. So.
You can hear she's having some fun in all of this snow. Today, Indy Snow Force tweeted that the travel restrictions, that travel advisory for Indianapolis is extended through 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. They're asking that you only go out if travel is absolutely necessary. For now, we're live in Indianapolis. I'm David Williams, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Okay, David, so there you have the main roads. What about those side streets? Most are still a mess. Some just never going to see a plow. ITMate's Richard Essex talked with the head of DPW to get some answers. Richard.
Well, the side streets and the neighborhood streets are absolutely a mess, and those are the streets you need to get out to the main road. Now, the sun has helped some, particularly on the north and south roads, but getting onto the main roads has been nothing short of a challenge for anyone today in Marion County. Secondary roads around Fountain Square look like they had not been touched by a plow. Out on the east side near Arlington and 10th, more of the same. The roads had hardly been touched. I came across Blake Washington and one of his buddies as they stopped to help several drivers push stranded cars out onto the main road. All over the city, it was a similar picture. Drivers struggling to get out of neighborhoods and onto the semi-plowed main roads. The city of Indianapolis has 2 private contractors on standby to clear the secondary roads out in the townships. The contractors were called in at 11 a.m. this morning. Dan Parker, the director of DPW, said that they waited to call in the extra help until after the snow had stopped falling. I asked him if he was pleased with the department's performance getting the streets cleared.
Not all streets were down to bare pavement. Some were, but we're working on it, and you're going to see improvement tomorrow. Anyone from DPW is not happy until the job is done. And we're going to be here on the job until the job is done.
There are side streets the city is not going to plow. Many of the neighborhood streets in the downtown area and now the townships will not ever see a city plow. Now, Parker, the director of DPW, did say that there are about 3,000 roads in Marion County that will never see a plow. As for the contractors that were called in to help at 11 o'clock this morning, they have 24 hours to complete the job. In downtown Indianapolis, Richard Essex, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Richard, thank you very much. Let's turn now to Sierra Hignite in the mobile news tracker. Sierra, I want to point out you're in the passenger seat. How are the roads looking tonight?
Yes. Well, they're certainly improving compared to what we saw yesterday, but still not great. A lot of work to be done. I'll turn you around. We are on Illinois, just by the Children's Museum, and you can see there is still snow covering the roadway here. A lot of snow still piling up between tire tracks, and that's the case on a lot of roads here. We kind of parked at a nearby gas station and watched cars drive since we are in a four-wheel drive vehicle, and we noticed that some cars and some vehicles that only have front or rear wheel drive are really struggling still to get around the roads here. And of course, on some main thoroughfares, they are a little bit more clear, and even on Illinois, we find that there are some patches of roadway that are clear, but then you get back to kind of this tough situation. So we're going to continue to monitor the roadways. We're going to check in on a couple more side streets, see how those are doing, and we'll check back in with you here in just a little bit.